Hello and welcome to WSTC News. I'm Joel Porter.
And I'm Kyle Roscoe. The student-operated newscast was brought to you by the Belmont-Harrison Career Center and Clairsville High School.
First up today, time for report cards. But this story is not about students. What would happen if you brought home a D+? Trouble, right? Well, the U.S. just got a D+ on its infrastructure report card. That is a report that looks at roads, bridges, and all of the ways we travel. It is a big deal because faulty infrastructure could mean tragic accidents. This is what a rough winter does to roads that are already bad. This winter, California has taken a steady pounding from Mother Nature, wrecking roads and wrecking dams. This is not just California. Experts say this is an example of what the whole country is facing. In the infrastructure report card from the American Society of Civil Engineers, roads, transit, aviation infrastructure, and dams all scored a D. Bridges managed to get a C+, but nearly 1 in 10 are considered structurally deficient, meaning they have a significant defect. Rails were given a B. The overall D+ was the same grade the nation's top group of builders gave the U.S. infrastructure in its last report card 4 years ago. Experts say the U.S. needs $4 trillion to fix aging infrastructure just to get a grade of a B.
In other national news, there has been some additional movement in the area of fake news. Now even Facebook is putting a disputed button on posts so people can label bogus stories. It's not just Facebook either. A study released by the University of Southern California found around 15% of Twitter accounts are bots controlled by software producing 3.8 million tweets in a month's time. Fake news sites can make thousands of dollars through the ads on the page. Furthermore, some cases involve creating a fake news website with a stolen identity. It is a scam called cloning, using names, photos, and friends creating a fake account for a real person, taking over their life and reputation.
St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, coming on March 17th. It is a cultural and religious celebration of the traditional death date of St. Patrick. Let's turn to WSTC News reporter Zach Schneider for more on this story.
St. Patrick is the foremost patron saint of Ireland. Americans celebrate this day because Irish Americans celebrated it in North America in the 18th century, and it just became a tradition to celebrate. What do you know about St. Patrick's Day?
I think St. Patrick's Day is about St. Patrick the guy himself, and maybe to express kind of imagination and.
You know, I don't know much about St. Patrick's Day and its origin. If I'm trying to guess why the three-leaf clover is associated with St. Patrick's Day, I would have to guess because most clovers are four-leaf clovers, and a three-leaf clover is strange. When we see something that's strange, I suppose we believe that it's lucky or something. Maybe also because the clover's green. And green's a friendly color, and maybe that's a nice color to associate with St. Patrick's Day. Also, perhaps St. Patrick liked clovers. That seems like a very logical reasoning behind why we associate the clover with St. Patrick's Day. That's my guess.
Green has been in Ireland since the 1640s, and they get the color from the harp flag. The shamrock is used to represent the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Well, St. Patrick was an immigrant, and he was, well, not technically an immigrant. He was taken into slavery when he was 12 years old. He was originally British, and they took him to Ireland. He was in captive slavery until he was about 19 years old, I think, and then he became free and decided to work with the church. He was a mystery and still is. There's not much known about him because he was taken into captivity, so much of his life was gone. But he became the patron saint because of the good he did after he became a saint and worked with the church.
Why do I think green is associated with St. Patrick's Day? Well, I would guess it has to go back to the shamrock. That's just totally a guess. I really don't know the science or history behind it, but I'm guessing it has something to do with the four-leaf clover and the luck of the Irish, I guess.
The Charitable Irish Society organized the first observance of St. Paddy's Day in 1737, nearly 280 years ago. Now we continue our feature with some St. Paddy's Day trivia.
During which century did the patron saint of Ireland, St. Patrick, lived?
Fifth century. My guess would be the 4th century.
5th century.
What color was first associated with St. Patrick's Day before green?
Gold.
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 Irish is the what most reported ancestry in the United States?
The second.
The second.
5th.
If you scored 2 or more, you deserve a pot of gold. Now back to you at the studio.
Don't change that dial. Stay tuned for more WSTC news.
Some students are heading to Nashville, another student assembly, and WSTC sports. You won't want to miss it.
We'll be right back.
Let's carry on and take advantage of the opportunities offered at the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers and learn a trade while earning your high school diploma at the same time. Check out interesting and challenging programs right now. Business, skilled trades, technical, mechanical, or personal services. You'll find Belmont-Harrison Career Centers facilities and programs truly amazing. See your guidance counselor or call the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers today at 740-695-9130 or visit their website at www.bhccenters.com.
Cameras rolling, yeah, we on the scene, being the best that we can be on the big screen. You see us, you see me, just remember, WSTC, yeah.
Changes will be coming soon to the golf programs at Ogilby and Wheeling Park. The Ohio Valley can expect some changes to how they golf in Wheeling thanks to a new business partnership. For some, it is already golf season, but others will have to wait until the temperature is up to par. Ogilby has been working to improve its golf program and has partnered with Billy Casper Golf to make sure they keep up with the rest of the field. Billy Casper Golf manages nearly 150 properties in 29 states. The company will work with Ogilby's 3 golf courses as well as the course at Wheeling Park. Officials say these changes will take some time to be implemented, but golfers can expect improvements over the next few months as the weather warms up.
Student of the Month: caring, hardworking, and being nice to others. These are qualities a Student of the Month will hold. Staff at St. C nominates 1 student per grade level. Let's see who the winners are.
Not only does the Student of the Month get recognized, they also get a free lunch at Chipotle.
It gives the other students something to look up to, a little bit of motivation to say, hey, I want to be that student. I want to get recognized for the good things I'm doing. So it's a kind of lead by example. And also I think for the student who gets it, it's a confidence booster and just makes them feel good about themselves to know that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Student of the Month is an award for being a good citizen and good teammate and classmate in the school. And it feels great to win because it shows how I'm good to my friends and good to my classmates, and it feels good to win.
The Student of the Month Assembly is held every month to recognize the good students at St. Clairsville High School.
I think Student of the Month is important because it's just a great opportunity for all of us to celebrate students who are on their best behavior, respecting others, respecting their teachers, and just really doing their best every day.
I'm honored to get Student of the Month because I work really hard in my academics, and I just try to be the best person I can be every day, and I guess I'm just honored that the teachers recognized me for this award.
Every senior Student of the Month is entered into a drawing for a $500 scholarship. This is WSTC News reporter Sarah Lareffo. Back to you.
The St. Z Singers and Band are packing up and heading to Music City on March 16th. This is the group's 4th trip to Nashville since Mr. Wayne Burke has been directing them. WSTC's Kyle Roscoe has more on their trip.
From Johnny Cash to Carrie Underwood to the St. C music groups, everyone loves Nashville, Tennessee. Why are the music groups taking the trip?
We take the trip so the kids can get a chance to perform on a national level in front of judges, get feedback for what they're playing. Last year we performed in Disney World, this year Nashville. In the past we've performed in New York and Boston. So it's a nice treat to be able to perform in those locations and get to visit all that those cities have to offer.
What do you enjoy most about these trips?
The thing I enjoy most about the trips is it's really fun to just get away from the Ohio Valley. Because, I mean, this place, it could be 60 degrees and then it's 20 the next day. And down in Nashville, you know, you're going to be southern sunshine all day. And that's going to be sweet. Disney was a very good trip. Didn't go in the Bahamas, but I've heard good things about it. New York was very fun, too. And so we're expecting big things for the Nashville trip.
This is the music group's 4th trip to Nashville in 13 years to show them the awesome venue with high-level music. So what kind of fundraisers did you have for the Nashville trip?
Well, Mr. Burke does his Sarah Chocolate fundraiser where everybody gets like a box of chocolate and they sell it like every month or so. And a lot of people pay for their whole trip with that fundraiser. And it's a really helpful fundraiser. And then also for band, Mr. S has sold pepperoni rolls.
There are a total of 115 students and 36 adults going on the trip. They will be going to a professional recording studio, the Country Music Hall of Fame, and visiting the Grand Ole Opry Concert Hall. This has been WSTC News reporter Kyle Roscoe. Back to you.
WSTC will continue after this short commercial break.
Stay tuned for all the action. WSTC Sports.
Are you ever weak and unable to do anything? Sleepy and lazy? Then try the brand new energy drink, Lightning Energy. Here, try this drink.
Hey, this gives you a lot of energy. Try it.
It's only $1 and it'll make you fast as lightning.
When the work's all done and the sunset low, go out the middle and crossing up the road. Kids are asleep, so I keep a catalog, and thank God I'm a country boy.
Attention hunters, have you been unsuccessful? Have you been looking for that extra edge to give your hunt the success it deserves?
Boy, I tell you, this is a real waste of time. We've been sitting in this creek for hours and haven't seen a deer.
Man, I know what you mean. Boring. Maybe we're missing something.
That's it. Introducing the all-new Hunter's Gold formula. This spray will help you in no time. This medically fabricated formula will attract so many deer you won't know what to do.
We definitely know what we're doing. Here it is, Hunter's Gold.
Just a few dabs, and the rest is history.
The next time you're hunting, remember to take some Hunter's Gold. Because your next hunt is only as good as gold.
Hello and welcome to WSTC Sports. I'm Jennifer Maskai.
And I'm Austin Herman. Let's now turn our attention to what's happening in the wide world of sports.
First up on WSTC Sports, in NCAA basketball, news teams chasing college basketball titles are contending with an unexpected wrinkle that's making last-minute travel plans difficult. A fierce storm bearing down on the northeast that's expected to dump up to 2 feet of snow in some places and create blizzard-like conditions. Villanova, the top overall seed in the men's NCAA tournament, left Philadelphia on Monday afternoon for Buffalo, New York, to get ahead of a storm that's projected to last 3 days. The defending champions, Wildcats, who play Thursday, had an abbreviated press availability with Coach Jay Wright, but no player interviews were granted as the team rushed to its flight. U.S. Airlines canceled thousands of flights for Monday and Tuesday in anticipation of the storm. The National Weather Service issued blizzard watches for New York City and nearby areas, including Connecticut. The storm is expected to last into Wednesday in western New York, as much as 18 inches of snow.
The Winter Sports Banquet was held on March 7th at St. Clairsville High School. Let's head on down to see the award ceremony.
I'm in the cafeteria as the Winter Sports Banquet is about to begin. Student athletes, parents, and coaches all worked very hard to get this recognition.
Well, overall it was a great season, and I can't wait. It's off-season time, so it's time for me to improve, get better, and hopefully next year be better than I've ever been before.
I had a good season, and I can't wait for next year.
The Winter Sports Banquet brings a big crowd every single year. There are a lot of awards given out.
All right, now I was really happy with my freshman year. Now I have a lot of room for improvement, but I got 3 more years to go. Now I got the MIP, and I agree with that. So I was really happy.
I'm a little sad. I had fun. It's been long though, so it's kind of a good break.
This concludes another season of Winter Sports. The baseball and softball team both play at home on March 27th against the Union Local Jets. This is Jennifer Masgai reporting back to you. Well, that's all the time we have for WSTC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay classy and have a great week.
Yeah, that's not bad. If you can scoot up, then you should, but like if you're in the shot, then it's not a big deal. Don't lean in, don't do anything, just...
Yes, singing like...
Students are now excused to second period.
Oh no!
Quiet on the set. 5.
Go ahead, count down. Let's go.
5, 4, 3.
To WSTC Sport.